In typical fashion, we're going to be starting from... Oh my goodness. She's making an appearance in the video. Okay, guys, give me 1 sec. Welcome back. I hope everybody is having a great day and had an awesome weekend. It has been an absolute pleasure meeting everybody at all the car events over the weekend. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is where I share my personal passions. Anything from cars. I have a 2021 C8 Corvette and Rapid Blue. My passions for firearms. In this case, we're going to be talking about my custom F1 firearms build and my passion for watches on occasion. I'm very excited to give you guys this upload. And if you guys do like this content, do me a huge favor, like, share, subscribe, click that thumbs up. It does help the YouTube's algorithm share my videos with my next uploads. I know, everybody always says this in their videos, but it's true. It really does help the algorithm share our videos, and it would be greatly appreciated. So in this upload, we're gonna be discussing this F1 firearms build. This firearm, along with all the firearms on the channel, have been safety checked, so we don't have to worry about that. Everything on this channel is purchased by myself. I do not get any kickbacks, though I am close friends with J&K Associates where I buy all my firearms. So we're gonna be discussing what I would change on this firearm as my experience has grown throughout the years and how this firearm is holding up. This is more of a test bed for me. Though this platform is very accurate and it is a great build, I like to use one firearm throughout my collection to test different optics, bolt carriers, barrels, and so on. So throughout my footage or throughout my channel, if you guys want to look through, you might see the different optics on this or maybe a different lower. Let's get on with this review. I'm excited. Let's check it out and see how this thing is holding up and what I would change. I'll see you guys there. In typical fashion, we're going to be starting from... Oh my goodness. She's making an appearance in the video. Okay, guys, give me 1 sec. Take 2. Okay. All right, she's still here. Guys, I'm gonna get through this. Don't worry. Action. Take 3. If you guys have animals, you completely understand. I think we're in the clear. I think we're good. All right, in typical fashion, we are gonna be starting from tip to butt. Actually, that is a reference to Grand Thumb. If you haven't seen this channel, check it out. One of my absolute favorite gun channels. But we're gonna be starting from butt to tip. The first thing you're gonna notice, if you've seen this previous build, is I changed out the stock. I chose the SLK from Magpul over the minimalist stock. Though this is very light and the cheek well is very generous, I decided to add a Ranger band to stow away my sling. If you're going to put a Ranger band on this, 1, it's going to be very small, if you can see the difference between these two, and 2, it is going to hit your release. I'm not a fan of that. I do not want my Ranger band touching this while it's stowing away my sling. And as you can see here, it's very easy to deploy. Simply pull, good to go, and it is not hitting this at all. Right? Might touch it, but it's not going to accidentally discharge my my stock. I still have the V7's castle nut in titanium, and I still have the Ambi 45-degree throw safety switch. That's going to be short on your right hand side and a little longer on your left. One of my absolute favorites, and I believe you can adjust this as well to make it a 90-degree throw. I'm still using the K2 Magpul grip. This is something very familiar if you're looking at something like a BCM, which I have here on the URGI build. This is a Geissele 14.5. If you'd like to see a full review on this, I'll put a link in the description below. But honestly, you can't go wrong with either one, the K2 or the BCM. Though this particular one does not have storage, I'm sure you can find one that does. Having said that, when I was choosing the stock for this particular firearm, it was based upon cheek well, how light, slimline, and I did not want it to hit, again, the release. I chose the Magpul SLK. When I was looking for this, I purchased the wrong stock. If you can look at the URGI, this is the SL. They look similar, but one is definitely bigger than the other. So do your research before you buy your stocks. You don't want to end up doing something like I did. Not a huge deal. I'm using it on this particular platform, and it didn't cost a whole lot. But if you're looking for something a lot slimmer and a lot easier to stow away your sling, if you notice, your sling point is adjusted in the back. It slides in right there. I did not want it up on the top, right? I didn't want the top, bottom. I want it right in the middle. And that is perfect with the SLK. As far as the trigger, I'm still using the Velocity drop-in 3-pound. Pins have not walked out. This trigger has been amazing. So currently I have about 3,000 rounds to this firearm. I do use Geissele SSAE, which I have in this particular build and many other ones. I don't think you can go wrong with my experience. From my experience so far, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. Obviously the Geissele is gonna be a little more expensive than the Velocity drop-in triggers, but yeah, it's really up to you. This is single stage and this is a 2-stage. It's about 3 pounds on that, and the Geissele is a little heavier. Looking at the lower, that is one thing I would change. Unfortunately, the only reason why I would change this lower is the customer service that I went through with Palmetto State. It wasn't the best, so that's unfortunate. That only happened a few times, and then enough was enough. I purchased a lot of their lowers. Now, the lower itself is right on point. Mil spec, for the money, you can't beat it. You're not gonna go wrong with it, but I just can't deal with poor customer service, so I will not be purchasing any more of their lowers. I will keep on using them because I still have them. I'm not gonna waste them. It's a great product, but I'm very, very big on customer service. Or maybe something like a Noveske. I have a few Noveskes where the trigger guard is fully incorporated instead of pinned in, and I absolutely love that design. Now, it's a lot more expensive, obviously, with Noveske, but man, if you can get a hold of a complete Noveske or the lower, you won't go wrong. Now, as far as the barrel, we're still using the 1 8 twist, 16-inch. This is going to be fluted, and this is been phenomenal so far. Now, the one thing I would change on this, I would get an adjustable gas block. Right now, I don't have that, and I would change out the muzzle brake. The reason why I say that is going over to the URGI, I decided with my 14.5, I was going to shoot this suppressed. This has a 4-prong surefire, and this gun shoots so flat. This does too, without a shadow of a doubt. But man, shooting this suppressed, I was so amazed. I'm using a full-size Recce 2 surefire suppressor, which obviously incorporates into the 4-prong. So I would change out the muzzle brake on this F1 Firearms to be able to accept the Recce RC2. That is one thing I would change, and maybe an adjustable gas block. Obviously, for some reasons that I've already stated, the lower. The gun itself is performing absolutely amazing. Like again, roughly 3,000 rounds, shooting very flat, no jams, and working our way to the bolt carrier. Man, so the F1 Firearms DLC, this is in black. This bolt carrier has been among my favorite, to say the least. The coating on this, after about 600 rounds, I mean, it still feels like glass. The dirt just comes right off as expected. 3,000 rounds later, and still, the coating is still holding up very, very well. Can't say enough about it. And then I started shooting the Geissele URGI and the Geissele Super Duty. And wow, finally I saw another bolt carrier. And I understand there's LWRC has great bolt carriers as well. But the Geissele, the URGI bolt carrier, it's just, the coating on that feels just as good as the F1 Firearms. I mean, that's hard, right? I'm gonna have to compare those side by side after a couple more 1,000 rounds through the URGI. Currently it has about 1,000. And compare them side by side. But as of right now, both coatings, wow, extremely impressed. So if you get a chance to check out either one, if you can get a hold of them, because right now attainability might be a little hard, I highly, highly recommend it. Having said that, some of these things on the firearms that I have right now, such as the F1 Firearms barrel, is a lot cheaper now. I paid almost $400 for this barrel, and if I'm not mistaken, you can get this barrel for right around $279 on sale from Optics Planet. That wasn't an option back then. I think the bolt carrier, to be honest with you, I couldn't find this exact bolt carrier anymore. This is roughly about $300. You gotta be careful which one you buy, right? Because the coatings are a little different. But yeah, and the Raptor charging handle, you know, it's just a standard Raptor. It's, you know, it's been absolutely phenomenal. Now, I would change out the Raptor only because after shooting the URGI, it is a little bit slimmer. So I like the slimmer profile only because it's not going to snag on your kit depending on what you're using your firearm for. Having said that, this is my more of a recce setup. If I want to shoot out to maybe 500 yards and be able to easily identify my target, I'm going to use the Super Duty 14.5. Barrel length is perfect, it's pin and welded, and this is the HD Razor Gen 3 1-10. So I have my setups for specific reasons. Be honest with you though, the 1-10 on the Geissele, they should really make this a 1-8. The eye box, right about 10 power, is just too small in my opinion. 8 power is perfect. But the glass is amazing. They did a hell of a job. So that's what I would change as far as F1 Firearms build. I would probably do a different lower. I would do a different muzzle brake. Keep the same barrel, maybe adjustable gas block. And optics is, TBD. To be determined. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with this yet. So right now, it's currently a test bed for me. If it becomes a bench gun, maybe I'll put this optic on there, or maybe get a something a little different, and then see where we go from there. What would you guys do if this was your test bed? What would you do on this? Would you keep the Holosun? It's been phenomenal so far, and with the EOTech, or would you slap on a maybe a 5.5 to 15 on this? I don't know. It's a good question. So you guys let me know what you think on your particular build. If you have anything, it's considered a test bed. The ACOG right now is my go-to. It's tried and true. Fixed 4 power, 4x32. For my environment, for my use, this is absolutely perfect. Some people say, oh, well, it's old, it's antiquated, it's outdated. It still serves its purpose, and it's still extremely reliable. So I have no doubts that this so far, comparing all three, for anything from red dots to, something like this, for my environment, I'm still going back to the ACOG. And that's from my testing. Let me know what you guys think as far as optics, what you would go with. So bringing it back to the F1 Firearms, so far, again, this thing's been shooting phenomenal. Shoots extremely flat. It weighs a little over 6 pounds. I built this gun to be light. Obviously, aesthetics is something I was looking for as well, but functionality is the key, right? It's key as far as how it performs. So far, those are the things I'm going to change. Again, you guys let me know what you think. What would you do? And if you guys have any questions about any of these builds, I will put links in the description below. You can see the full reviews on these, the full complete breakdowns, and drop a comment and let me know what you think. So guys, like, share, subscribe. I will see you at the next upload, and we will see how this continues and what I end up doing with this particular firearm. All right, guys, y'all have a great day, and see you at the next one.